Diane, it's been 5 days since the blizzard began. I've generally held myself to be a man with a firm grasp on reality, but I'm afraid now that I may be slipping into madness. It's been 4 days since I took a shower. I've eaten all the food in the house, and worst of all, there's no more beer.
Theo, I'm home. Theo? Theo, why are you sitting there in the dark?
Theo, have you even moved from the couch since I left for work this morning?
No. No, the blizzard. Trapped. Trapped inside.
Theo, it stopped snowing like 3 days ago, and, well, it's 35 degrees now. The snow's pretty much melted. The streets and sidewalks are actually kind of clear.
But all I could hear about on Facebook was the snowpocalypse.
Theo, first off, this is for the Northeast and Alaska. We're in Chicago. Second of all, the Alaska part didn't even happen.
Oh. Okay. Ooh.
Well, look, you've been working a lot, and sometimes it's just hard to get out. Look, why don't you go out with me tonight? I was going to go to that poetry reading at the coffee shop, the one with the cute barista. Do you want to come?
Nah. I think I'm just going to, stay home. Chill. Hi everyone, I'm Theo.
And I'm Marshall, and this is
Twin Cinema, the show where we have two brothers
reviewing two movies
based on one theme.
And around this time of year, most people aren't really wanting to venture outside. While this winter hasn't been as bad as last year's polar vortexes, we know that most people are probably spending their time at home.
Right. We wanted to pick a theme for this cycle that really kind of draws on that sense of cabin fever. So we chose movies where our heroes are trapped inside due to snowstorms.
Specifically, horror movies where the protagonists are trapped inside due to snowstorms.
Isolating a hero is a pretty common technique in horror films because it stops the hero from receiving outside assistance. Also, putting your characters in cramped quarters really fosters a sense of tension and paranoia throughout the film.
Yes, and, being trapped inside due to a snowstorm is an even scarier situation because even if you do escape, the weather outside is just as dangerous and relentless as the killer within. This forces our protagonists to use their wits and the resources around them to outwit and survive the killer. So, for this review cycle, we wanted to pick out two films that had a sense of dread and paranoia, but also featured resourceful and intelligent protagonists.
Right. All right, so if you're unfamiliar with how we do our reviews, we release 3 videos on the theme in a 2-week cycle. On the first Friday, we release our introductory video, which is what you're watching right now, where we tell you about the theme, and then we also tell you what films we're going to be reviewing.
Yep. So, the Monday after that is Marshall Monday, and for this cycle's Marshall Monday, we're going to be reviewing the adaptation of Stephen King's The Shining, directed by Stanley Kubrick.
And on that Thursday, we do what's called Theo Thursday, where we review the movie that I picked. And for this Theo Thursday, we're going to do the 1982 version of The Thing, directed by John Carpenter.
So, for this review cycle, the main question we'll be asking is, how do these films deal with paranoia and distrust? What is it about being stuck in a small space that causes people to distrust those around them?
Right, and just a fair warning, our reviews do contain spoilers, so if you don't want the endings spoiled for you, watch the movies first before you watch our reviews.
Well, that's all we have for today. So I hope you guys stay warm, and we will see you on Monday when we review The Shining.